Good morning, this is Duane, and Merry Christmas to you. Today I want to look at the Christmas song. In my opinion, this is one of the most perfectly written songs ever written. It was written by Mel Torme, the great singer. I think it was originally written in the key of E flat, but I'm going to make it a little easier for you by moving it to the key of C. Maybe we'll look at E flat later, but I just want to walk through the chord progressions because they're so outstanding. The way he did it, you hardly, in fact, I don't think I use any chord substitutions. There's very few songs that I don't use a chord substitution to make it more interesting. But Mel did such a fantastic job of writing that song that you hardly need any chord substitution. In fact, you can play the melody with your little finger or with a single finger if you want, and it still sounds good. Let me just play a little bit and I'll show you what I mean. I'm just playing a single finger melody. It didn't sound bad. It probably might sound better if you did that. Let me play a few chords with it. So that time I was playing octaves and thirds. See, those are thirds. If you want, anytime you want, you can take a chord, you come to the end of a phrase, and just take the chord that you're playing, whatever it is, and run it up a couple of octaves up the keyboard. So I'm going to walk you through the chord progressions now. That's simply the C chord. I'm playing a ninth with it. See, my thumb is laying over the third and the ninth there, or you can call it the second if you want. It just makes the chord a little thicker. And the chord here is G 7th. Whoops. Back to C. Back to G. I'm using a G sus. In other words, it's the fourth taking the place of the third, but then I resolve it to the third. Back to C. This time you can use a C7 suspension if you want. C7th, F. Again, I'm putting a second in the F chord. And then it could move to B flat 7th. A minor, F minor 6, C. Now that's the first complex chord that right there. That's a F sharp diminished, F sharp half diminished 7th chord with the melody on top, and then it goes to B 7th. That's E major with a major 7th. Now F minor 7th, B flat 7th, and suddenly we're in E flat, and then we go back to G 7th to C. So it's the way he wrote it is just genius, because he kind of does a semi-modulation. You think you're in the key of E for a second, and then you go up a half step to F minor 7th, and then you're in E flat, and you think you've changed keys, but then come right back to C. Those are parallel 6. That's B flat 7th again, A minor again, F minor 6 again, C. That's that F sharp diminished chord. B, E minor, A 7th, D minor 7th, G 7th, C. See, the chord progression that goes right around the circle. Let me show you again. We're going from B. Now, the circle of fifths, if you're familiar with it, goes to E, goes to A, goes to D, goes to G, goes to C. So the circle of fifths, if you recall, has 12 points on its compass, and we're going 5/12 of the way around that, all in one quick progression. B, E, A, D, G, C. Now the bridge. G minor 7th. Then he comes right back to C major. G minor 7th. C 7th. F. Sorry, that was sloppy. F major 9th. F minor 7th. B flat 7th. E flat. A minor. Yeah, well, you can use an F minor 6 there. I like your complex chord a little better, but you don't have to do that. What I'm using is A flat on the left hand octave, and my right hand is playing F, G flat, B flat, and D. And then G7th with suspension, and then resolve it to G7th at the flat 9th. Now, back to the theme. Same thing. A minor, F minor 7, C. There's that F sharp chord again. And then he changes to F, F7th, I think, C, A minor, G7th, and then he turns back a couple times and does it again. G7th, and then the final chord C, except as I recall, he does something like this. Something like that. Anyway, it's a beautiful, luscious song, and I just thought I'd walk you through it quickly with some ideas. But you can take it up in your own. But by the way, I think you originally played an E flat, so you have the same chord progression, of course, but you have to transpose it to that key. So have fun with it, and we'll see you tomorrow as we continue our series on piano tips. So bye-bye for now. Good morning, this is Duane, and I'd like to walk you through my daily piano tips. It's a blog that I write most every day, and I say write, it's usually accompanied by a video. So I'd just like you to walk through it. If you're a piano player, you need to know about this because there's a treasure of stuff in here that goes back for years that you can review from time to time. We're looking at the face of the blog here, and the video here is called How Many Styles You Can Use with One Song, like on Satin Doll. But if you want to see what's current, you click there, and that goes through to our current copy. And I think it was Silent Night that I recorded last, and the one before that was Learn to Improvise by simply being playful with the tune. And usually there's a text. Sometimes, like that one, there's no text, but usually there's a text with the video, so you can follow along if you want. Or if you don't get something on the tape, on the video, then you can read about it. And this is about fingering, piano fingering, and so on. But look at all the archives here. September 13th, March 12th, May 2011. It goes back to, wow, I've been at it for a while, haven't I? November 2006, and this is 14. I've been at it a long time. In any case, you ought to know about that. It's real easy to find. Right up here, I'll show you the URL. It's PlayPiano, all one word, .com. Then put a slash after that, and then WordPress. WordPress, that's all you need. It's just PlayPiano.com, WordPress. All right. I'll try to make a link for you too, so you can just click through it. But if you don't, just type in PlayPiano.com/WordPress, and you can find that blog. Then you be sure and subscribe to it so that you can get it every time it comes out. Okay? Well, thank you for being with me, and hope you'll enjoy this. I'm sure you will. Bye for now.